Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to really take this little minute to appreciate you for your love, for your support, for everything, for the massive love that I'm receiving on this channel till since its inception. I want to tell you that God will richly bless you and meet you at your various points of need. So from the caption, we are talking about being able to save costs from your whole admission process. Personally, I saved 5 million naira, which is about 4,500 pounds, from the whole admission process till me getting down here to the United Kingdom, and I did that in 5 very easy steps. So let's get right into the video. The first step, or the first thing that I did, is actually accepting the offer of the university that gave me the biggest discount. Like, I applied to 8 universities and I got offer from 6 of them. Now, the 6 that gave me admission, I had to check on the one that, after deducting the whole discounts, the school fees becomes the cheapest. Mind you that before I even started the whole application at all, I've already done all my screening. Like, if you've not seen my video on the best payment plan, the cheapest university, the best university to go for, and all that, you should just try to check it. I'll link it somewhere. So I have already done all those screening, and the university I chose was from between 12,000 to 15,000 pounds. So I now applied to these 8 universities and got offer in 6 of them. So what happened is that during the time that I was offered the admission, some of these universities who actually said that they were giving discounts in their website had already stopped the discounts. Example, Teesside University, that was giving about 1,500, 2,000 discount. During my set, they stopped the discount, so they didn't offer me any discount, and so many other things that happened around that time. So I actually went for the university that gave me a discount, and that was the first thing I did. Then the second thing I did is that I paid my fees, like 60% of my fees. I paid it from my home country, and I paid it from the CBN. CBN is the Central Bank of Nigeria trade portal system, called from A, and I'll break it down for you. The total fees I paid before leaving my country is 7,800 pounds. That's what I actually paid, and I paid it through CBN. If you pay that amount through black market, the amount you'll be paying, as at the time I came into this country, that pound was around 850 or so, will be 7.2 million naira. But the amount that I actually paid for everything was 3.8 million naira. So if you minus 3.8 from 7.2, you'll be saving about 3.4 million naira. That was the biggest and the major savings I did. So what did I do? I bank with Zenith, Stanbic, and some other banks. So when I got the offer, I had to email those banks to know what the Form A process seems like. Zenith got back to me and told me that it will take 6 to 8 weeks. Then Stanbic came back to me and said it will take 10 to 12 weeks. I said no, that this is not what I'm going to do. I started researching, asking people, trying to get information, and I actually found out that UBA was debating in 2 weeks or less. And the problem was that you have to have an old account with them. So because I didn't have an old account, but I have a family member that has an old account, and luckily the person was bearing the same surname with me, so I applied through the person's account, and I was actually, my first payment was debited in 2 weeks. I now applied for the second one, the 3,800, and it was debited in 1 month. By then there was a more rush there, but presently UBA is taking so long. It's taking like 8 to 12 weeks, so you can actually research and find out the bank that is fast now. So the first 4,000 naira, the 4,000 pounds, they actually deducted 1.9 million for the money. Then CBN charged 5,000, and the bank charged 10,443 naira. Then on the second one, they deducted 1.9 million, 57,000. The CBN charged 5,000, and the bank charged 10,726 naira. So if you add up everything all together, it's just about 3.8 million. I hope you understand what I mean. Then the third savings I did is on flights. Yes, you the farther the flight, the farther the time of your flight, the lesser the money. That is it. I worked with faith and it actually worked for me. So what I did was that immediately I got cars, I booked my flight. Yes, I've not gone for visa application, I've not done my bio, I've not even gotten my visa, and I booked for my flight. So if you don't have faith to do that, please don't. So I booked for my flight and I got a flight of 256,000 naira. So after booking the flight, I started application, my visa application, did my visa application, got a date for my bio, went for my bio, and everything. So how I actually booked that flight is that normally you are given a month to enter the UK before your course start date. So I just checked that my course start date is so date. I now booked like a week after a week after the 1 month they will give me. So I know definitely I will meet up with that date. So, and I've actually flew with a fellow student of mine on that flight, and the person paid 670k for that flight, that particular flight, by the time the person was ready to book for flight. So this is the third 4.4. Then the next savings I did was on accommodation. So actually, if you have a family member here in the UK, that's the best thing that can happen to you. Once you just, if the person agrees to accommodate you, just go straight to the person's house as you're landing here. Even if you have to sleep on the cubicle or anything, just go to that person's house and stay for at least 2 weeks or 1 week or whatever before you sort yourself out, because Airbnb fee is not funny. So I started searching for the Airbnb that will stay right from back home in my home country. So I was getting £35 per night, £40 per night, £30 per night. And I actually found one that was £28 per night. So I was now like, no, let me search more. Maybe I'll get something like £25 per night. So I was searching. I couldn't find. Then the next day, when I found out that £28 per night was the cheapest that I could get, so I had to go back to the site and know whether I can book that one. It happened that day that I was going back was a Friday and they were doing Black Friday, so they actually offered to reduce the fare from £28 per night to £24 per night. I went and booked 2 weeks. I booked 2 weeks on that £24 per night, and everything was roughly around 300 pound, because you pay for cleaning fee, something like that, cleaning fee about £50 or something. So that was what I did. And people actually paid £45 per night in this country. When I came, everybody was not like, where are you staying? I said, I'm paying £24 per night. Everybody was like, where are you staying? And the Airbnb is very nice and in the center of the city. And the next thing is that I didn't even spend the 2 weeks. Immediately I landed on that Airbnb that day. The next day I started searching for accommodation, and I got my accommodation in 5 days. I moved out of that Airbnb and I asked for a refund, and I was refunded the remaining days that I did not stay. So if you are coming into this country, you have to be strategic, you have to be smart, you have to be thinking fast. If you have not seen my video on accommodation, go and look at it. How to get cheap accommodation, how to get accommodation fast, common accommodation mistakes. I have videos on that. So these are the 5 things that I did, and I was able to save like 5 million naira. Like, yes, I was able to save, every penny counts, like 4,500. And I think if I wasn't able to do all those small things, you think they are small, just sitting down using your phone, just apply for form and you get it, and you look seeking for information. Because I had people that went and did Form A with banks that delayed 3 months, 2 months. My bank didn't delay my payment and I didn't lose my accommodation, my offer, because I tried as much as possible to do the right things, follow the right steps, and get information as much as possible. Always trying to do things the best way that it can be done, and also grateful to God who made everything possible, that at least as you are trying to do your best, is still working in your favor. So if this is what you love, or will you try this? Are you coming in September or anytime soon? I hope these tips helps you. See you in my next one.